Welcome back, my name is Storm Fury. This is the Unity for Our Children channel where we discuss all aspects of things that happen to the children in the UK, and there are many of them. I have been looking for comments on my channel and other channels, and one of the things so this is just a in-between video. As you can see, I'm on my way to a few places. The one thing a couple of things that I'm hoping to achieve is to hopefully, I was hoping to achieve it today, but I messed up, but get an interview recorded with Katie tomorrow, maybe a live one as well, I don't know. Katie Jane, we're going to try and do an interview which should be good. I don't want to talk too much about it, but whether that will be on the channel by the time you're seeing this for tonight, or whether it will take a bit longer to edit, I don't know. And also, do you remember in one of the previous videos I talked about a friend of mine who I said he talked a certain way, and it was easy to judge him, and he had his kids taken away? Well, he came round today, and I started talking to him about it and telling him that I mentioned, his case, and we were setting up the camera. He was prepared to do an interview with me right there and then and tell me all about it. And he's had this going on in his head, like many of people who've been through this for so many years. He can just speed it all off. I don't need to do a lot. So we went to record it, and unfortunately his other half needed him, so he had to go. But we can try and record that tomorrow. And like I say, there won't be a lot of editing involved, I don't think. I think that's going to be a case of letting him speak for himself. But you can see what I mean about how classism has probably affected this guy. He was telling me a lot more today that I didn't realise. And he's a lovely guy, and you can make your mind up for yourself. But I bet you when you first hear him talk, you think, not so keen. By the time he's finished, you end up liking him. So there's a couple of things I'm trying to get done for this channel for tomorrow. And also just why I had the chance to think, I've been speaking to Katie Jane and a few other people and considering things, and I know that nobody wanted politics on this channel, and I'm not going to make it about politics. I have my own channel for that. But it is worth noting something that's important. I'm an advocate for freedom of speech, and I fight for that a lot. And one of the things that I try and sort of press to people is that how the government shouldn't have rights over certain things, like the way you speak, who you sleep with and how you sleep with them, like the Bible used to try and interfere with. And what I noticed in certain comments was many people felt like, well, what about the fact that there are bad mothers out there, or there are mothers that have made mistakes? And it's like, okay, let's play devil's advocate and imagine that you're right and that those mothers had all made mistakes or whatever. So how does that default to getting the government involved and having them take your children away? How does it default straight to that most extreme measure? How come there's not measures in between? Why does it default to that? No, not why does it default to, why do so many people out there default to that? Something that Katie and I were talking about when we first spoke was how we've all probably heard of a case and gone, well, they probably deserved it. Because it's easy to do that. It's very easy without the facts. And that's one of the first things that I'm going to try and achieve with Katie Jane Swallow in our next interview, is to try and give you some facts, a lot of facts. So have a pen and paper ready. And yeah, so you've got to ask yourself why that default position is so instilled in people, and why they're so ready to accept it. That's an issue, because the right, if that's what I am, believes in small government, and in that I believe it too, and that is the government should have control of as little as possible. They control what they have to, but no more. No institutionalizing everything. I mean, I think Britain's missing its institutions, don't get me wrong, but what I mean is, you know, they should stay out of your bedroom, they should stay out of your house, they should stay out of your speech. Your children not only are being brainwashed as we speak, but also brainwashed in some ways, but also brainwashed in other ways. Your children are weapons against you. Smoke a bit of dope? Well, guess what? Your children are being weaponized against you, 1984 style. They're being told that they've got all these rights, so now parents, as well as all the other things they used to have to put up with, have to put up with their own children coming home and threatening them with legal action over this and over that every time they disagree, which must be a real worry for a parent at times, just because the way that social services are. And the kids don't know what they're letting themselves in for. And, you know, this goes so much deeper than so many people give it credit for. And it's ignorance. It's ignorance. And the ignorance has come from some of the most surprising people in terms of people who've actually worked in that side of the industry. It's like, okay, well, you've worked for them. You've seen bad parents. You've seen good parents. But if you thought about any of this, you should have done. You should have done by now. So I think that on my channel, I'm fighting to keep the government out of our private lives. And here, it is overlapping because they need to stay out of our lives and out of our children's lives. They need to stop weaponizing our children against us. It's all part of separating the child from the parents and making them part of the state. Soon, they won't need to take the children away because they will do it automatically by the way the rules are set up, by the way their school is set up. They go to school now. You don't have no choices. This is why people have been trying to boycott schools. They go to school now and they are in leftist paradise. There's nothing they can do about it. Nowhere they can go. Places are hard to find. Parents are happy just to get their kids in a school that's nearby. What can they do? But from the moment they go in those schools, those kids should be taught 1, 2, 3, 4. But they're taught a lot more than that. And I wonder if the things that they're taught are even part of a curriculum. Is there a curriculum that teaches all this crap? Or is it just that the teachers and people in these positions just push their agenda? And don't dismiss that as, oh no, they're more professional than that. I've been around a lot of professionals and they're just as human as anyone else. So I don't buy that crap. I don't buy it at all. So anyway, I'm just saying, I think that they should stay out of our lives. Period. Yes, I'm sure there may be some call for kids being helped, but again, I think this should come down to community levels. At the end of the day, if we had real communities like we used to have, those kids may end up in care, like the ones that, you know, do have mums that can't care for them, they may end up in care in a house down the road, in the same street, with the same friends, and it may be that there's, you know, mother's ill or something like that, and they can have all the contact, and they can not have their life uprooted, they cannot be institutionalised, they cannot be at the risk of being sexually abused, and yeah, they are, still, that still happens. So I just think we need to look internally with some of these issues and realise that they overlap, and it's about keeping government small and keeping them away from your children with everything. You see where people's the rate of vaccinations and that is going down. It's the trust has gone, and who can blame people? There's no normal kids left because they're all being fucked up. Sorry for my language, but that's a fact. Anyway, enough depressing stuff. I will be hopefully back with Katie tomorrow. If not, the edited version will be on although maybe we'll try and go live on this channel actually. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if they're planning to do schedules on this channel. We haven't talked about it or not, or if it's just going to be as and when. So we'll talk about that, but maybe we'll schedule at least a couple of things in terms of this. So, but I'm going to be working with Katie tomorrow, and I'm going to be working with my friend I told you about, who I don't know if he wants me to use his real name or not, so I'm going to hold his name there. So those are the two things I'm going to be doing for this channel, and then I'm going to have to get back to work on my channel for a day, so I'm going to be swapping between the two. But it's all good work for me. So appreciate your time. Sorry I rambled a bit today, but it's very, very late, and I've been doing a lot of work all day, so after this I will be crashing. And yeah, thanks for joining. Keep your eyes out. We need eyes and ears. It's eyes and ears that are going to make the difference. These cameras that make the difference. You guys make the difference. So keep tuning in. My name's Storms Fury. This is Uni for Our Children.